conversation when we come forward on KBLA Talk 1580.
KBLA Talk 1580 invites you to join us in celebrating the season of giving by being part of the solution. As we enjoy great food, family, warmth, and well wishes in whatever our festive tradition may be, we share the beauty of the season by reaching out to the less fortunate. Please help us to help others with the KBLA Cover the Houseless Cozy Community Coat and Blanket Drive. All you have to do is drop off new or clean, gently used winter coats and blankets in the KBLA lobby during business hours, now through December 20th. All of the coats and blankets will be donated to unsheltered individuals and families experiencing houselessness. Simply bring your donation to 4434 Crenshaw Boulevard in Los Angeles, near Vernon Avenue, from 9 a.m. to 5 p.m. weekdays. That's 4434 Crenshaw in historic Leimert Park. During the holidays and every day, let's remember, we keep us safe. We keep us warm. We are the safety net. And together, we can cover the unsheltered. Get caught up in the spirit of the season, the spirit of love. Make a difference with your friends at KBLA Talk 1580.
A banjo man. I am a banjo man. Well, men don't know. Little girls understand. Early in the morning, when the rooster crows, something's telling you better get up and go. I am a banjo.
KBLA Talk 1580.
Yeah.
Yeah, that's your walk-on music right there.
Man.
It's a Chicago native. He's been doing this comedy
Yeah.
almost 2 decades now.
23. My baby's 23 now. So yeah,
over
I'm
2
23.
decades.
Yeah.
Wow.
Yeah,
Wow.
I
Okay.
finally cracked.
Okay.
I finally cracked 2 days.
Wow.
2
Okay.
decades.
Congratulations.
Thank you.
He's been on Who's Got Jokes. He's been on First Amendment, BET's Comic View, One Mic Stand, and toured everywhere with a lot of the top names in comedy. Comedian Ray Grady is in the building.
Thank you for having me. Thank you for having me, Mama.
Thank you for
Appreciate
coming
it.
in. I always love to see you. It's great to have you in the studio. If you want to see him, hop on YouTube.
There you go.
KBLA 1580. So how's the speakeasy?
Oh, man. You know what? I see that music right there, that Howlin' Wolf?
Yeah.
If you look at, like, the juke joints,
Right.
And then you have this when you went to Harlem or you went to Chicago or probably Los Angeles, right? And those little, what you want to call it, they weren't
Kind of
they weren't
underground.
tapped in.
Right.
They
Kind of
weren't
underground.
tapped in, right?
Yeah.
And they were underground, right? And they would, flip them into speakeasies. So because I'm kind of like I like to call myself like I'm not a Renaissance dude, but I love tradition, right? I'm a tradition dude. So that's how I was raised. And just going to different cities, and then they was like, all right, the city going to shut down at 12 o'clock. And then you get a call, Dominique is doing something and then you just see just a slew of black folks.
Yeah.
Just go to another spot because they still ready to party. This Saturday night, they got their mint Judah. They done got they got their fried chicken. They ready to get busy. Now we finna go over here and drink none but bourbon and corn liquor. You know what I mean? So when I saw that, I was like, so when I saw it as a kid, and I was like, oh, okay, I think I'm gonna get into the service industry as a child. I just knew like, okay, let me see.
Comedy is the service industry.
Well, it's therapeutic.
For sure.
Right?
Yeah.
And you pay for when people pay their money to see a comedy show, everybody is like, hey man, I forgot all about getting into it with my lady.
Right.
I forgot about stressing over that bill.
Yeah.
Because I came here and laughed. I'm in the service industry. That's what I'm in.
Never thought of it that way, but
I'm in the
okay.
service industry.
All right. You picked Howlin' Wolf, and
Yes.
You said you're a traditional guy as you sit here in a hoodie. And
Yeah.
what do you mean by that? A traditional, not traditional. This is kind of it's both, right?
Well, it's still I'm still a rebel.
Yeah.
You know what I
A
mean?
traditional rebel.
I'm a traditional rebel. You know what I mean?
A
Because
traditional rebel and alpha
I just
male.
feel like there's enough for everybody, but people really don't believe that. Like,
Yeah, I agree with that.
people really don't want to hear.
We get into deprivation
Yes, ma'am.
consciousness instead of an abundance mindset.
Yes. So when cats were like, "Hey, don't go to L.A., don't move to Atlanta, don't move to New York City," I was just like, "That works for you," without saying anything. I wouldn't respond
Right.
because I wouldn't let you project your fear on me. I just like, "Oh, you right. It is tough, right? Right." And then I'll walk off, and then next you know, they be like, "Oh, getting on TV is hard." I'm like, "Well, it's hard for you. It's not hard for Grady. It's not hard for Grady. If I want to go do something, I shut up and sit still for I would say maybe a week, and then I grind it out mentally. Then I go.
A week of contemplation, a mental process,
Yes,
and then
ma'am.
manifestation.
Yeah.
Sounds good.
And I'm using fear anyway. So if I don't
Really.
try it,
So fear-based motivation.
Oh,
Jim
there you
Brown
go.
always talked about fear-based, reward-based, and I forget what the other one was.
we can see it's a lot of beautiful women that go to events.
Right.
It's a lot of beautiful women.
Absolutely.
But how do you get them back? How do you say anything to them? You just speak, be yourself. Hey, how you doing? You had a good time? All right, bet. Walk off. That's it. And you be like, whew, hope that went well. And then she come back. And then you stay funny. You stay consistently funny.
Yeah.
Really stay consistently funny. Keep those boundaries. Shut up and be the entertainer that you are. And they'll buy in. That's all.
I'm gonna have to try that level up. My response to that kind of stuff is, the odds are. I don't believe in the odds. The odds don't apply to me.
There you go.
But you took it a step further and said it's easy. That reminds me of Dick Gregory.
That's my
He's
favorite.
easy to say. We always talked about that saying, as a black person, you got to be twice as good to get half the credit.
Yes.
But Mr. Gregory would say to me, we have to add an addendum to that to make it, to say, fortunately,
Yes.
that's easy for us because God gave us many gifts.
And you know what do you have to lose? Yes. Remember we was children, teachers told us, well, when I was in school, our teachers told us you could be whatever you want to be until you start really saying this is who I am.
Whatever you want to be within the confines of my stereotype for you.
Yeah, so
Yeah.
it's like if I said, "Hey man, I'm going to get into the service industry, which is entertainment." Right? I'm going to get into fashion. You see the
Alpha male
right?
hat. It's cute.
And then
the
even
A
when
with the male symbol.
even when I came up with this, do you know how many people that weren't even alphas talking to a dude that's saying, "Oh, this is brilliant marketing"? They were talking to me like, "What makes you alpha?" And I'm like, "Oh, well, you're not just because you're asking." Right? So now,
Right.
I don't want to go back and forth with a total stranger. It's not personal.
I do it. That's my job. I go back and forth with total strangers
Right?
every day.
And so, and because, my job is to have fun.
Yeah.
My job isn't to,
And you help other people have fun
Yes.
too. I mean,
yes.
for me, that concept of say, okay, marinate, figure out how to do it based on an abundance mindset, that works. I always said, the odds are you'll go to LA, you'll never get on radio. Black women aren't on radio. 25 years.
There you go
later.
later.
But at the same time, you said there's fear in that. So what is the fear? I might, you kick yourself in the butt that you might not
Successful
make
is
it,
the fear.
that you would be successful.
Yes.
You're afraid of success?
Not me, but I'm saying when people, are you talking about me? Oh,
Yeah,
no.
you said
me just
there's
not doing
fear
it.
in it.
No, just not doing it.
Okay.
Because someone told me, hey, that ain't going to work. And then you see themselves, and then before you start to share with them your experience on what it is your conquest is, and then you say, hey, I'm off to the voyage. Most of these people are going to tell you it's not going to work. And so now you sitting here contemplating like, I respect this person, mama, daddy, auntie, grandma, whoever it is, coworker.
Right, because they're not all haters. Some of those folks really want what's best for you, and they want you to be safe.
Yeah. And there's no safety net. People don't know that, especially black folks. We the only people that know there's no safety net for us. Don't get confused, right? So when you look at the top and be like, oh, they got everything. Nah, them people miserable. Most people really want to have the lights on them. They don't really care about the money. Am I famous?
Really? You think so?
Shh, I wish I would curse, but I'm not going to curse on your show.
Yeah, because it is
No, I'm not
terrestrial
gonna do
radio.
that.
Yeah.
But I'm saying if you looked at most people, if we looked at most people that have the bread, really have the financial means, they don't need entertainment. So why do they still do it? Get out the way and build someone else.
Right.
Get out the way.
So you're saying their quest for fame is more intense than their quest for fortune. I guess I've been in the poor and famous category for too long. I'm like, I'll give up the mic, the lights, the Instagram. Just give me
what it is that you say.
the stack.
What you said 25 million.
Give me the bag. I'll take the money.
That's it.
And
because
that gives you autonomy.
Yes, ma'am.
Interesting. But you may be right. I mean, why is, Jeff Bezos going on half-naked cruises with his new girlfriend?
Attention.
Why is Elon Musk buying Twitter and tweeting on it? They don't need that.
And all you got to look at, most of these people aren't attractive when they was children.
I mean, who was attractive as a kid?
I was.
Grady, you were hot.
I got 3 different baby mamas. I was.
Well, you weren't a kid when you had. Well, maybe you were. I don't know.
18, that's a child.
Yeah, that's a child, for sure.
My first baby, 18 years old.
Okay.
My senior year, first time, you know what I'm talking about? With a lady, with a girl, I'm a baby.
So you're saying that these billionaire folks or multi-millionaire folks
ugly. They're very ugly. You can say
ugly
it.
kids.
They're ugly. When they were children. Go to their high school pic.
Yeah.
Just go there. And just be like, oh,
And so now they're what? Taking revenge on the world?
there you go.
They're taking
not
it out
enough.
on you, X. They're taking it out on you.
I'm going to make a
Amazon
car.
Prime.
I'm going to make whatever it is. And I want, you know what I mean? I want that. All it is the adults now, this is the new, entertainment is the new social club, mama. Everybody wants to be liked and well-deserved. Like,
Yeah.
you see me perform before.
Yes, I'd love to see you perform.
And I'm probably the only comic that don't care, that doesn't address women in the show. You know that, right?
Now that you say it, yeah, I can see
I
that.
never say, give it up for the ladies.
Yeah, no, you don't.
I never address
No,
y'all.
no, you don't.
Because I don't care.
What do you mean you don't care?
Because
You invite us, so you care on some level.
well, here's the thing, mama. Most male comics,
Right.
if I was to ask you, okay, because you've been around, you considered a gym and considered royalty.
Thank you very much.
Okay, so if I said, what do most comedians look like? Are they handsome? What do they look like?
I'd say they run the gamut.
Okay, there you go.
From awkward to fine.
Okay, so how many? But you've seen a lot of awkwardness.
Yes, I have.
You've seen a lot of ugly ones.
Right?
Right?
Okay.
And they're not the ones that's handsome are the one that the other people would really follow. Because the work that I'm in and work you in, we sell vanity in Los Angeles. Entertainment sells vanity, but they don't want to hear it from us. They would rather set the tone, right? So if you remember back in the Playboy Hustler days and all of these women, oh, she's too fat. And she's a 2. How she's fat? They want these women anorexic, right? It's vanity. So it's different when I say it because my voice is deep.
Now everybody wants to be thick. I mean, it's BBL, blah, blah, blah.
No, they want to be sisters. Just say it.
Yeah.
These other countries want to be you.
Yeah.
Be my mom. The engineer's mom and aunts and all.
Miles' mom.
Miles, my man. You know what I'm saying?
Miles' mom is quite attractive. Yeah.
I never seen, but I'm just
Yeah,
guessing.
she's a beautiful lady. Yeah.
Right? I'm just guessing, right? But I'm just saying it's dope to be us. Except we don't like
I
to
love
say
that.
it.
It's dope to be us.
Yes.
Yeah. Well, Ray Grady's in the building. In case you haven't figured it out, 800-920-1580. Going to find out about the speakeasy. I got more questions because I feel like that line of thought we were on about comedians and billionaires is leading right into the alpha male convo. We'll do that when we come forward on KBLA Talk 1580.
The station you turn to when you've had it up to gear with cultural incompetence. KBLA Talk 1580.
To some, this might sound like a typical family dog. But at Dog Chow, we know that for a veteran suffering from PTSD, this could be the sound of life-saving therapy.
Thanks, Betty.
That's why we've made it our mission to connect every military hero in need with a canine hero of their own. To learn about the simple ways you can help Dog Chow in our mission, visit dogchow.com/veterans.
Environmental justice, pollution, and climate. In Los Angeles and across America, people of color are suffering and dying from disproportionate health impacts on a planet that has less than 10 years to prevent irreversible damage. Heat illnesses, respiratory illnesses, water-related illnesses, food system impacts, insect-related diseases, black maternal health, and mental health effects. As the impacts of climate change mount, millions of vulnerable people, our people, are going to bear the brunt of these extreme environmental events, which will likely lead to forced displacement, loss of cultural identity, and other related risks. These realities are as real as rain. Stay tuned to KBLA Talk 1580 for more details about the most progressive multimedia and live events campaign any black media outlet has ever undertaken to combat the climate catastrophe. Experts, events, empowerment. It's all on the way from unapologetically progressive KBLA Talk 1580. We don't black down. We level up.
Level up, 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 level up.
No young person should ever have to worry about having a safe place to sleep at night, or whether anyone cares about them.
But the reality is, 1 in 10 young adults will experience a form of homelessness this year.
For over 50 years, Covenant House has been helping youth in crisis and giving them the support and tools they need to succeed in life. To learn more, go to covenanthouse.org today. Thank you for caring.
Did you know addiction to drugs like meth or cocaine is a disease and not a choice? But getting help is. If you have stimulant use disorder, you, your family, and friends may have a lot of questions, including where to start. Choose Change California can help. Make a change today and find a proven treatment option for you at choosechangeca.org.
Thanks for waking up with Dominique DePrima on KBLA Talk 1580.
If you haven't seen comedian Ray Grady in person, I suggest you do it. It's a great, great show. And there's one coming up in LA this weekend on Saturday, The Speakeasy. It's really more than just a show, right? You got a whole bunch of stuff that goes on when you do The Speakeasy.
It all depends. You know, we got food, we got drinks, we have good atmosphere, it's people. You know
right.
What I'm saying?
Are you still having the billiards thing? Is that
that's
also?
Grady Weekend?
Oh, that's the Grady Weekend. Okay, so this is not a
comedy.
Grady Weekend.
This is all
comedy.
Yeah, this is all comedy.
Saturday night.
Yeah.
Where and how do we get tickets and all that good stuff?
It's called The Connect in Inglewood, 6111 South Gramercy. It's going to sound crazy, but Nip had a spot. You know, he kind of stayed not too far from me in Santa Monica. And so when he got the old Vector 90, this is the old Vector 90. Okay. So everybody know what Vector 90 is. Right. It's right there. Okay. That's where I'm at.
6111 South Gramercy. What time you go on stage? And
8 o'clock.
8 p.m.
8 p.m. I start my show on time.
Yeah, I see that.
Yeah, I start my show.
And you start everything on time, and you also you got other folks on that bill.
Oh yeah, no, that was a good thing about me when I started getting into the game. I'm like, I'm sick of seeing the same people. I am sick of seeing the same people. You mean to tell me there's so many genres of stand-up? There's so many comics out here. You mean to tell me you're gonna keep these promoters are getting the same people? So now I lose respect for them now. Mm-hmm. So I say, let me go get the new people.
I mean, it reminds me of Hollywood. A lot of times you see the same 4 actors and everything. Yeah. It's nice to see new people, new faces or different. Man. Yeah.
I'm a very, and I don't talk about it.
So what trend are you setting right now?
Oh, your way don't work. That's the new one. Your way doesn't work.
And what's the message of that? Like, what way does work?
Okay, so
or why doesn't my way work?
Okay, so let's do it this way, right?
Uh-huh.
If we said we want to evolution, we want to be about evolution,
right,
and you haven't cracked anything new. You haven't cracked anything new,
right?
So why are we listening to you?
Oh, okay.
Why are we
so
listening?
my way does work because I'm always changing stuff out.
There you go.
Gemini in the building. All right, I'm just checking. But,
there you go.
But that probably takes people back, or at least makes them think.
I think it makes you think. Well, let's say it like this, right? Real quick. When I first got the Miracle Theater, none of the promoters that I was dealing with didn't even think of that.
Right.
They were like, "No, man, we can't go over there." I was like, "What do you mean?"
Yeah, I had never seen a comedy show there before.
Till you saw Grady,
and it was great. There. Yeah, it was a perfect spot.
Michael Baisden, everybody was like, "Holy man, you got Michael Baisden?" I'm like, well, because I'm gifted. I know how to talk to people. I know how to go and ask what I want, and I'm very direct. You're interesting, Ray Grady, because you will go out and hand out your own flyer. You're very down to earth, but at the same time, you'll sit up here and say, "I'm gifted. I'm the alpha male," and be all in people's face. Yes. Your way don't work. If you see this brother on stage, there's no holding back there. No, it shouldn't be. It shouldn't be. You know why it shouldn't be? Because everybody else have the same thing. They have the same thought process. It's just they're not going to say it. I'm doing it off of merit. Like, wait a minute, wait. So you mean to tell me that this dude done got a theater in Inglewood, and you mean to tell me that we keep going over here to these small spot, and you see that the spot is starting to, the owner really doesn't care anymore. It's the building now, it's not there anymore. So I'm a visionary. I'm like, hey, I already see it. Let's move. Let's go. So everybody's like, no, man, we're going to wait. No, you wait. And then I left. And then when I went and did the Miracle Theater, now what do you see?
Everybody's at the Miracle Theater.
All right, man.
So now you're at the Connect.
Yeah.
6111 South Gramercy. Okay, so back to the conversation we were having. You were calling out billionaires and comedians, and I'm going to assume this probably applies to some musicians and actors that were not necessarily the big man or woman on campus.
They weren't.
I mean, I wasn't. I was kind of a nerdy girl, a little quiet, but that doesn't give me it didn't make me, come out and become popular and just become this mad tyrant. It was more like,
well, let's say it this way, right? Men know when a woman is in the room. You've always been respectful, right? You've always been, meaning when you came into a room, when I met you, my pants wasn't sagging. I wasn't looking you all off. I was looking you in the face like, oh, this is a woman. So men know this is the grace of a woman. Stand and be, accounted for, right? So now when you get the women that's just like, I could do what I want and all that type of stuff, and that look cute, but that's going to wear thin. So it's not about you being a woman or me being a man. It's just how you carry yourself. That's all.
Right.
And I'm unapologetic about carrying myself as a man.
And so you take it a step further and you define yourself as an alpha man. And some people might be like, how are Grady and Dominique so cool? Because I do consider myself a feminist, and I love your show. Like, to me, it's just hella funny and fun. Like,
but I'm telling the truth, though.
Okay.
You know I'm telling
But I mean, I don't have to agree with every word you say or disagree with every word you say. Yeah. To me, I'm coming to a show because I want to have fun and enjoy your creativity.
That's it. It's nothing else.
So talk to me about the alpha man. I'm sure you've gotten some people that get uptight about that.
Well, actually, there's more women that love it.
So the men are the one tripping.
Yes.
Why you the alpha man? I'm the man.
Because when you think of alpha, he has to be 6'8", 300 pounds, full of muscle.
Really?
No, not me.
I'm saying you're saying that's the image of it. Yeah. I'm thinking to myself, even though I've heard that now scientists are saying that the alpha male might not even be a thing,
right.
But my definition of that has been leader, whatever that looks like.
Yeah.
You could be 5 feet tall. Yeah. But if you have the magnetism, the smarts, or the gravitas on some level to be in charge, that would make you the alpha.
Yeah. And you have to recognize other alphas. See, when I walk, if you come with Grady, and you would see how cats would clench their woman hand just a little tighter when I get in the room. If you see how many, you see if the ideas, if we at the table on the idea level,
okay,
most cats would be like, oh, we're going to see how that work. They're not going to let me just, you're not even thinking. You're competing. I don't compete with dudes. I don't compete with no woman. I don't compete with anyone. I get away from you and go build. That's it. I don't do the, well, let me prove to you. I don't have that type of stuff.
You have nothing to prove.
No.
You know, I think that back to the conversation about scarcity versus abundance,
yes, ma'am.
For me, when I'm able to get myself in the mindset, the creative mindset, and away from the competitive mindset, I'm more productive.
There you go.
If I'm side-eyeing you and why is she skinnier? Why is she, why does he have more money or whatever? Then I'm in a small kind of mindset that keeps me distracted from what I need to be doing.
Yeah. And I think it's more, put it like this. We all have to experience loss. I lost my daddy 2016, just put down $8,000 on a show in Oakland. And then venue didn't rob me because I was going up to the Bay since 2012 by myself doing the Black Rep Theater, had chances to, I was like, let's build this theater up just like I did with
The Miracle.
The Miracle.
Yeah.
So I'm a visionarian. I'm like, oh, I can see it. Let's go get the diamond in the rough.
I'm sorry about your dad, by the way. That's really young to be losing a dad.
I was, my sons was just here. I had just moved my baby here. My middle son got the call. My sister and I'm like, hey, man, you got a daddy fail. What? We talk every Saturday, Sunday, and Monday, me and my father. So losing him, I lost him in, I would say, that Wednesday, daddy fell. Friday, I was in Chicago. Saturday, when I got to the hospital, he was frozen stiff for 5 minutes after they put him off the plug. Done.
Wow.
So after that, it was no more like, oh, no, I'm not afraid of none of you people. None of you people. And my daddy was a big dude for Ebony and Jet. I never used his name. Nobody even know who I am, but they know John H. Johnson.
Are we about to find out?
You know what I'm saying? I never used that. Never used it.
Wow.
So I just use, like, you can't tell me no.
Talking with comedian Ray Grady. Your way don't work. Find out what does when we come forward on KBLA Talk 1580.
Love that. More of First Things First with Dominique DePrima when we come forward.
Thank you for joining us. I'm Mike Moore. Now here's the latest from the Black Information Network. Gaza City officials say hospitals are effectively inoperable as the war between Israel and Hamas escalates. At the largest hospital in Gaza, some 3,500 staff, patients, and civilians are stuck inside, surrounded by tanks and troops. President Biden said Monday that hospitals must be protected, and the director of the World Health Organization said the situation is dire. In Illinois, Chicago Mayor Brandon Johnson is celebrating the passage of his first budget. The city council approved the African-American mayor's more than $16 billion 2024 spending plan yesterday with a 41-8 vote. The budget invests $150 million for asylum seekers. And that's the latest. I'm Mike Moore from your 24/7 news source, the Black Information Network and BINnews.com.
Don't let a traffic accident ruin your day. Visit fixautousa.com to find the nearest Fix Auto location. Their highly trained and certified technicians will have you back on the road in no time. You have a choice on who fixes your vehicle. Tell your insurance agent that you want to go to Fix Auto.
This is the KBLA Sports Minute with Ray Richardson.
A dismal night for the Lakers at Crypto.com. They lose at home by 15 to the Sacramento Kings. The Lakers committed 23 turnovers. 11 of those turnovers belong to LeBron and Anthony Davis. Get ready to hear some talk in the streets about the Lakers making a trade. The Lakers reportedly are one of 4 teams interested in swinging a deal for Chicago Bulls guard Zach LaVine. The former UCLA star is not happy in Chicago. The Bulls are off to a 4-8 start. We'll keep you updated on this development. Golden State's Draymond Green was suspended for the 5th time in his career. This time, the NBA sat him down for 5 games for putting Minnesota center Rudy Gobert in a chokehold Tuesday night. The suspension will cost Green $1.36 million. No debates, no speculation, just the info you need. That's your KBLA Sports Minute. I'm Ray Richardson. More news, opinions, and conversation when we come forward on KBLA Talk 1580.
Beloved Entertainment presents Sweet Spot Live with Angelique Francis, host of KBLA's Living in the Sweet Spot at the beautiful Miracle Theater, 226 South Market Street in Inglewood, Sunday, November 19th at 6 p.m. Join me, Tavis Smiley, and KBLA Talk 1580 for real short stories told live on stage by our own storytellers, straight from the neighborhood, celebrating our unique culture, our strengths, our courage, our faith, and, of course, our fire. Come walk with us through the neighborhoods, sit at our kitchen tables, even run with us down our dark alleys if you dare. But just know that in the sweet spot, there is love and laughter, joy and pain, secrets never told. Again, that's Sweet Spot Live with Angelique Francis, Sunday, November 19th at the Miracle Theater, 226 South Market Street in Inglewood at 6 p.m. Tickets available at sweetspotlive.eventbrite.com. That's sweetspotlive.eventbrite.com. Sweet Spot Live, we've got a lot to talk about.
This week at Target, you'll find different early Black Friday deals. Get fun deals on the latest tech, toys, and video games, plus smart deals on small appliances, floor care, and so much more. At Target, you'll discover different early Black Friday deals each week. And get what you need for the holidays fast with free drive-up or score free shipping when you spend $35 or use your red card at Target.com. Get low prices and early Black Friday deals only at Target. Exclusions apply.
Thinking about hosting a podcast and don't know where to start? Morris Media Studios has you covered. We're a professional podcast and voiceover studio located in Leimert Park. We specialize in recording and live streaming audio and video podcasts. Let us help you set up, record, and distribute your podcast. Hosting a podcast is a great way to bring awareness to your business, product, or good cause. For more info, visit morrismediastudios.com or give us a call at 323-815-4204.
For all of us, this generation and the next, there is simply no place in our lives for litter. And yet, it's everywhere we look, and unfortunately, it does belong to all of us. So let's come together and create a litter-free, clean California once and for all. Remember to properly dispose of your trash and recycling. Secure truckloads with tarps to keep debris from flying out. Clean out your car when you're at the gas station. Take pride in your community by organizing a cleanup event or join a cleanup event near you. Zero litter is the goal. Join us at cleanca.com. That's cleanca.com. Let's do it together. Brought to you by Caltrans. cleanca.com.
Find a righteous rage and don't be afraid to say what you see. We're KBLA Talk 1580.
Comedian Ray Grady is in the building, and the Speakeasy is this weekend on Saturday night, 8 o'clock sharp.
Pull up.
6111 South Gramercy in the city of Inglewood. You're still touring.
Mm-hmm. Yes, I am.
Your hometown is Chicago.
Yeah.
People about from Chicago, you guys got something special. It's like some kind of grit. I don't know. I have never
It's
spent
4 seasons.
Okay.
That's it.
Well, but New York has 4 seasons. I mean, not to say people in New York don't have grit, but there's something about people from Chicago. They're just
we're blue collar,
down to earth.
We're down to earth, and majority of us are from Mississippi. Majority.
Okay, so it's really people from Mississippi.
Yeah.
But it's hella people from Mississippi and LA too.
It is.
LA is so country. It's North and South Carolina, Florida, Mississippi, Alabama.
Louisiana.
Arkansas. Oh, yeah. Let's not forget Louisiana. Yeah, we try to act like we're the city. But
right.
I feel like Chicago is like a real city, but that's probably because I haven't spent time there. Now that you tell me it's Mississippi.
Yeah, it's Mississippi, Alabama. I think those are the big ones. The big red states that populate the Promised Land. That's what they call Chicago. When they did a documentary, they call it the Promised Land. So if you're in the documentaries, watch The Promised Land.
I gotta look at that.
You'll understand Chicago.
So, where do you look for comedy? Where do you find stuff that makes you laugh, that you enjoy? The new folks. I mean,
Ratchet and I watched Ratchetness, and then I watched Hurt People. I watch people who hurt, and then I'm like, oh, I can turn that funny.
Okay, that's how you find your jokes, ratchetness and hurt people. But where do you find other comics that you think are funny or that you put on shows with you?
I get on a plane and go. I go to these cities and just watch and then I'll keep up with the guy. And, most of the cats know me because of,
You've been on
my
shows
work.
with them or whatever.
Been on shows or
but,
TV.
But you'll low-key go and watch a show
Support.
to support and also to scout talent. I mean, because you're putting people on your shows.
I'm a producer now. I put on my producer hat. So I'm like,
Yeah.
hey, man, you want to come to L.A.? Or, hey, man, you want to, you know what I mean? So it's easy for me because I know, this. It's not personal. This is the thing that you remember about a brother named of Clarence Avant?
Yes.
Right? When they called
He
him
recently
the Godfather,
passed.
right?
Yeah.
Passed, right?
Yeah.
So when I saw his special on Netflix, it was very astonishing to see him. Everybody needed his approval.
Right.
At that, and you were, So I was just sitting there like, wow. You know how dope that would be?
He's an alpha male. See? He's not tall. He wasn't tall, but he was an alpha male. Yeah, I only met Clarence Avant a couple times, but he had that.
You knew.
Yeah.
He was serious, right? He was serious and he was well respected.
He didn't have to say anything. People just moved. People just moved.
Because they knew he had an ear for what is needed.
And clout.
That's it.
An ear and clout.
So if it's it's almost like when I go to a city and Bill Bellamy, you know Bill Bellamy.
Mm-hmm.
So Bill bring me, he said, hey man, we're Grady, we doing a show in Chicago. So there's 8 dudes on the show. I don't want to name any names, but Bill is closing out the show. So he introduced me to the promoter. And the promoter says, I never heard of you. So Bill said, you don't know Grady? And I'm like, OG, let him talk. Let him talk. Who cares? And then, guess what? Everybody that was on the show that he is paying these 5-figure salaries. Hey Grady, Melody Camacho, come on. Hi Grady, everybody.
Everyone else knows
Tony. So he's like, oh, come on. Yeah, well, I'm not gonna keep. I'm not throwing we ain't women. We're not peacocking out here. I don't care about. You know what I mean? Like let's have
Men
fun.
be peacocking too.
Yeah, they
for
do.
The record.
Yeah, that's why I was like, oh no peacocking over here. I love it. We ain't doing that. Yeah.
So you got Big Ja.
Yeah.
Terry Grossman.
Yeah.
Jeff Brown.
Yeah.
I don't know.
And I have a couple other people.
And a couple other people. Tell me about those folks, though.
All right, so Jeff Brown, Chicago native, big brother, right?
I've actually interviewed him before, yeah.
He's a good dude.
Yeah.
Right?
Mm-hmm.
Family full of gangsters. Nobody knows that, but we from the same
No, I
city.
didn't know that.
Oh, yeah.
I just learned something new.
He's a family full of gangsters, right? Good
Chicago
dude.
got some gangsters.
Yeah.
For sure, yeah.
And he's a mad scientist with the pen. And then we got Grossman from Houston. Everybody from Nephew Tommy to Ricky Smiley, everybody used this dude. He's never been on TV. Never
when you
been
say
on
they
TV.
use him, what do they use him for?
Have him open up.
Oh,
Open up
I got
for
you.
us. Get
Opening
on
act.
shows,
Got you.
da-da-da.
Warm things up.
Like, yeah, and then he's the energy. And I was like, whoa, who is this dude? So my man was like, hey, man, Grady, I want you to introduce you to this brother named Grossman. And I was like, where he's at? He's like, Houston. I was like, I think I've seen him, but his name is Terry Grossman. But when the dude, my man Mark, was like, hey, you got to check him out, Grady. He said, Grady, I think you and him could create some magic. I'm like, yeah, right, let's see. I seen him. I was just blown. I was like, oh, he brilliant. And I walked up to him, and he was like, I know who you is, bro. He's like, I know who you is, Grady. You did First Amendment. I'm like, step back. And, usually comics have this ego with each other.
Yeah.
When they be like, they know you.
I mean, I'm breathing because yeah. When I first came to LA and I did the Conscious Comedy Showcase, which I produced.
Okay.
And I hosted, even though I'm not a comedian.
I got you.
That was my first exposure, and that's when I said, man, comics are like worse than rappers.
Yes, they are.
Because I had always been working in the hip-hop space. I thought, they'll be fun and funny. They were like hella gangster and hating on each other. But there was also a lot of love, too, at the same time. We did that show, and all of a sudden, Sinbad stepped up and said, okay, I'm going to give $5,000 to the grand prize winner. And I was like, okay, cool.
Okay, right.
I didn't have any prize money. And, people just getting on stage and blowing up. So it's like a weird love-hate fraternity of comics.
Yeah. And it's
sorority fraternity. I don't want to leave out the
I
women.
don't want to,
yeah.
I just say
women.
most of these people, they are not funny, mama. You know, you have people that are brilliant
okay, a lot
writers.
of them are not funny, yeah. But
Brilliant writers.
There's a lot of funny people
You
out
have
there.
some people that are brilliant promoters.
Right.
You have some people that are great at marketing.
Right.
Getting on stage, it's not you.
So who's funny? I mean, obviously you think Terry Grossman and Jeff Brown are funny.
Mm-hmm. Jade is starting. He's new, but he's huge on YouTube. Right?
Okay.
Me and him had a sketch called Vegan Gangster that went viral. Right, called Vegan Gangster went real viral. Me, him, and his brother named Alphonse. And so I just like, in Cats, he's an internet sensation.
Okay.
But he understands this game called comedy.
Right, because I have heard, I don't know if we've had this conversation, but I have heard a lot of comics complaining that the YouTube and especially Instagram comics can't hack it on stage.
Well, I don't think it was me, but I think I'll just say this. Some of them, because they could fill the seats, they forget to do the work. Now it falls on deaf ears because now the audience is the dummy, because now you going crazy over this person who is famous, who is popular, but now you irritated because you spent $75 on this kid or this chick, and she or he didn't fulfill the $75.
Yeah.
Okay, so now you upset. Now you're going to come back, and then you start looking at it, oh, these people don't care about that. People really just want to be around popularity. They don't care. That's what the energy is. That's how I look at it. When I was like, oh, ain't nothing wrong with it.
I mean, that's a LA thing. That's like, maybe it's all big cities.
Thing.
Okay, maybe it's a worldwide thing.
Everywhere.
It's like people that go to the restaurant because it's popular. I need the food to be good.
There you go. And I think when you have a social media has created a huge division, and they knew what they was doing when they created it, okay? And so now you have people that are buying into who's famous.
Right.
Doesn't care about tenure. I would never listen to someone who's famous.
Doesn't care about tenure, not necessarily about
on
content
stage,
even.
Yeah. Even content. But I'm just saying, like, if it's Jade, he understands him, DC Young Fly, and it's probably a couple more kids that I'll be like in stand up. Like Country Wayne got a special out, and everybody went crazy, and then it was 50-50. Some people didn't like it, some people did.
Right.
And I think it's an audience for him, but that was the worst thing he could have done because now he exposed himself. Don't show up when the best comics. The reason why you will come to my show and be like, Grady, funny, because I go do a show when I'm not getting paid. That's where I get funny at. You don't get funny on, yes.
You work out.
You have to go to the gym. So most of these people was like, hey, man, I want to get into stand-up because I got a name, and then they don't want to go do the open mic.
Yeah. And I've heard like Eddie Murphy and other big names talk about that, how once you get real famous and you stop working out in the little spots, you lose it.
You trash.
Yeah.
When I saw Martin, when you
Lawrence,
see Eddie,
Murphy,
when you see these people, they don't have it.
What is that? You lose your timing. I mean, I've heard Cat Williams calling people out, including Tiffany Haddish. What is it? Is it like working out? Is it like in the gym if you don't lift every day?
You have to. Let's use Kevin Hart for example. Kevin does movies and he does workout.
He does a lot of movies.
Does
and
a lot
has
of
a
movies,
restaurant.
right? But he also gets on that stage, mama. He will go to Chocolate Sundays after just coming back from Australia. Yes.
See, I never understood why, we could be doing a little show at the Regency West, right?
It would be
and all of a sudden, I mean, that's where we did the conscious comedy.
Yes.
And all of a sudden, here comes Chris
Everybody.
Spencer and all these people. I never understood, but you just explained it to me. They knew that there is energy there and that people are going to be there, but it's not the big spotlight.
No. This is where, if you look at the Regency, this is the house that Robin Harris built, correct?
Yes.
Chicago native.
Right.
Right? So.
Well, L.A. claims him, though, now.
Yes.
Just FYI.
That's okay. It's okay. But he's going to say.
I mean, L.A. claims me, too, and I'm from the Bay. But I'm honored to be claimed by L.A.
And that's huge, right? So let's just say, that's very big, right? Let's just say, mama.
So the house that, I didn't mean to interrupt.
No, you're okay.
The house that Robin Harris built, Regency West.
Right.
Yeah.
It was in Low Down Dirty Shame, yes?
Yeah.
You see what I'm saying? Even when Robin Harris did his special, and if you go to Amazon or Tubi, you can see the nostalgic comics, Steve Wright. You know, we could just keep going. I was like, dang, that's how it was. But it was nerve-wracking. Ronaldo Ray there. It's nerve-wracking to be like, and I know a lot of comics would not want to be judged. When I started 23 years ago, you stand over there until they say come in. That's what's missing, the apprenticeship.
Okay. Yeah, I mean, we could say that about a lot of things. We're talking with comedian Ray Grady.
Yes.
We'll talk a little bit more about the state of where things are right now. We are taking your phone calls if you hurry up before Tavis' show, 800-920-1580. It's KBLA Talk 1580.
She's reclaiming her time on KBLA Talk 1580. More First Things First with Dominic DePrima when we come forward.
November is National Runaway Prevention and Homeless Youth Awareness Month, and the Sanctuary of Hope is shining a light on the situations that cause youth to run away or face a housing crisis. In LA County, nearly 3,000 youth are homeless on the streets each night. All month long, the Sanctuary of Hope will lead activities throughout LA County to inform and mobilize calls for action, and you can help. For more info, go to www.thesoh.org. That's www.thesoh.org.
KBLA Talk 1580. We've got a lot to talk about.
KBLA Talk 1580 believes in community empowerment through the arts. Tia Chucha Central Cultural is on a mission to transform community in the Northeast San Fernando Valley and beyond through ancestral knowledge, the arts, literacy, and creative engagement. The Northeast San Fernando Valley has a population of about 500,000, the size of the city of Oakland, yet it has no bookstores, art galleries, or full-fledged cultural spaces until Tia Chucha's opened its doors in 2001. Founded by renowned poet and activist Luis Rodriguez, Tia Chucha's Cultural Center provides a year-round free or low-cost arts and literacy bilingual intergenerational programming in mural painting, music, dance, writing, visual arts, healing art sessions, and healing talking circles. Activities also include Mexica, Aztec dance, indigenous cosmology, philosophy, and 2 weekly open mic nights, one in Spanish, the other in English. In addition, they host author readings, film screenings, and art exhibits. To express yourself, heal yourself, attend an event, or volunteer, please visit www.tiachucha.org. That's TIACHUCHA.org. This is a community call to action from KBLA Talk 1580.
Do you have both Medi-Cal and Medicare? The new LA Care health plan called LA Care Medicare Plus, HMO DSNP, can help you get the most out of your health plan for $0 premium. LA Care is here to provide Angelenos with access to quality health care at an affordable cost. For $0 premium, you can get full benefits from vision coverage and in-home support services to prescription drug coverage, plus more. Call 855-688-1479. 855-688-1479.
We're not for everybody, but we're for everybody. You're listening to KBLA Talk 1580.
Comedian Ray Grady is in the building.
What up?
He's in the building. Hey, I got a DM from a Link. He says Michael Williams should get credit for helping Robin Harris.
Yes,
Michael, the impresario, yes. Michael Williams.
He is 1,000% correct.
Yeah, Michael Williams, of course, produces a lot of comedy shows,
yes.
including there at the Regency West, which used to have a different name, which I can't think of right now. Anyway, where are we now? Where are we now in comedy?
We right in the deer in headlights. That's where we are.
Deer in
headlights. Yeah.
I mean, everybody's got a special. Not everybody, but a lot of people got a special. Some funny, some not so much.
Yeah. And that's all design too. It's all about design.
What do you mean by that?
Let's say, would you consider Deion Cole's special was dope?
Didn't see it.
Okay. Earthquake had the best special.
I love that special. It was hilarious.
But it wasn't even an hour special.
No, it was very short.
It was 36 minutes.
I can watch it again. I did watch it again.
Okay.
Yeah. Now I got to go see Deion Cole.
I don't know. I think, here's the thing. Everybody has tried to make people like them. I really want to be like
more than to make them laugh, to
yeah.
make people like them.
Yeah. I don't want to offend the gays. I don't want to offend the big people. I don't want to offend. Who cares?
But it seems like a lot of comics specialize in offending everybody.
No.
It's you think it's all hype?
Yeah. If you watch Kevin's.
I mean, Chappelle's good, but he makes everybody mad, pretty much.
But he's considered a legend.
Yeah.
He can do what he wants.
Iconic, yeah.
Right? He can do what he wants.
Mm-hmm.
He can't do any wrong. He's going to get in trouble, but ain't nothing going to happen.
He's going to get in trouble, but
ain't nothing going to happen. He ain't going to
won't
get
hurt his, right.
Because he knows he's not of them. He done already been publicly, hurt by these people. So he already knows. You know what I mean? So he's not.
But you're saying in the main, comics are playing it safe.
Yeah.
Then why all the crying about cancel culture?
Well, if you saw what Kevin said on Reality Check, his last one on Peacock, he said, listen, I'm going to say something up here. Don't get mad. I'm here to offend you. Right?
Yeah.
Because we don't really care no more. Once you get in that 40 age, you don't care no more. You're like, I don't care. You know what I'm saying? So it's like it's who they want to do business with instead of you saying, where are my Grady fans? Where are my supporters? That's who you talk to. That's it.
Right. So instead of trying to be all things to all people.
Who cares?
Talking with comedian Ray Grady.
Yes.
Putting some fun in your Thursday, some thoughts in your Thursday.
Why
It's
not?
KBLA Talk 1580.
Say the quiet part out loud. KBLA Talk 1580.
At Susan G. Komen, we believe that ending breast cancer needs all of us working together. Because if you've just been diagnosed and don't know where to turn, we've got you. If you can't afford the treatment you need, we've got you. And if you are driven to honor the loved one you've just lost, we have a place for you here. Because of you, we're supporting those who need help today while tirelessly searching for tomorrow's cures. Visit Komen.org and be a part of our Susan G. Komen community today.
KBLA Talk 1580 is the exclusive media sponsor of This Light of Ours, activist photographers of the Civil Rights Movement, a dynamic new exhibition on view now at the Skirball Cultural Center in Los Angeles. This Light of Ours showcases more than 150 photos taken by movement insiders from diverse backgrounds that reveal the vital work undertaken by a broad coalition of organizers and everyday people whose collective action changed America. This Light of Ours is one of 3 temporary exhibitions currently on view at the Skirball, which together explore issues related to civil rights, immigration, and pluralism. Tickets and more information for all 3 exhibitions are available at skirball.org. That's skirball.org. SKIRBALL.org.
The conversation continues right now with Dominic DePrima on First Things First.
Talking with comedian Ray Grady, and the Speakeasy is in the building. When are we going to get another weekend?
Oh, man.
Without us, do you know?
I want to do it Grady weekend, maybe May.
Okay, you'll let me know.
Yes, May.
Yeah, I'm
May,
definitely coming
like
to that.
around my birthday. That's when I usually do it.
Okay, all right.
Yeah,
because you're high level billiards, not amateur hour. Plus the comedy, plus I think cigars. Like you got a whole extravaganza.
Bourbon, and now that I
bourbon. Okay.
Yeah, Grady Grill is my cooking show. So I went to culinary school. So now that I dove into that a little bit.
It's all coming together.
Yeah, why not?
So, wow. Okay, when's your birthday?
May 9th. I'm born on Mother's Day.
Of course, Taurus. What else would he be? There could be no other sign for Ray
I
Grady.
think Taurus. I think we good people.
Oh yeah. Right.
We're loyal.
Some of my best friends are Tauruses.
We're loyal though.
Yeah, Tauruses are loyal. Tauruses don't black down. Y'all like the finer things in life.
A little bit.
Yeah, and the creativity is always good. You know, I worked for Stevie Wonder for 17 years. He's a Taurus.
He's with us?
Famous Taurus.
Oh,
May
salute
13th.
Then. He's the 13th?
Yeah.
Oh, that's dope.
Yeah. So, Taurus, great sign. But it just fits you. Because you're just not the one that's going to change his program for someone else's agenda.
Nah, not at all.
So... What else do you want? You said that you've got the cooking thing going. You got sketches. You got you're on Instagram. Grady Comedy.
At Grady Comedy on Instagram.
And you've done TV. You're touring.
Oh yeah, Real Husbands of Hollywood. Kevin, Chris Spencer. Shout out to them. God bless the dead Carl Craig who let me get on. But yeah, the last season of Real Husbands Hollywood, I played Roland, and it was a guest appearance guy, so it was a reoccurring role, and met everybody. That was the first time I've been in a room full of millionaires, and I didn't feel out of place. They were just like, "You don't talk." I was like, "No, I really don't." Yeah.
Okay, so I feel honored because when I'm around you, you talk.
Yeah, I talk.
Oh, well, of course you're on the radio.
Yeah,
so, so what's left? What do you want to do? What's to be conquered?
I want to do a stand-up documentary about how most people really don't know what it takes to be a stand-up comic.
Oh, Lord, that's true.
Most people don't know the behind the scenes. If we look at the NBA, if we look at baseball, if we look at all these outlets, comedy is the only outlet nobody talks about 24/7.
I would say for me, it's probably the only thing I'm scared of in the entertainment business.
Which one?
Doing comedy, stand up.
Oh, I got you.
That's petrifying.
Yeah, it is.
Yeah.
But, I mean, even my kids say, "Daddy, you ever get nervous?" I'm like, "Yeah, I'm nervous every show."
Me too.
I don't care what it was. I just did Pasadena, the Ice House Friday, and that was my first time there.
Wow, congrats.
And they people were like, "Holy, this guy here, he's funny." But I'm doing it with not a smile on my face, and then when I do smile, then I light up the room, and they're like, "Oh, he cool." I'm like, "Yes, don't take yourself serious." That's type of show that I put on. Don't take yourself serious.
So the next mountain we'll expect you to conquer is a documentary.
Yeah,
okay.
I think so. Because that's the best way I like to consume a movie. You know what I mean? I like documentaries. Tell the story. Yeah.
Well, thank you so much for coming in, and I'm glad to be your acquaintance. I'm sure we can find out how to get the alpha male gear if we want to.
RayGrady.co.
RayGrady.co. Okay. Yeah, great to see you.
Likewise.
Okay, I've brought back the quote by popular demand. I'm going to Paul Mooney because it's a comedy day around here. The quote is, "If your hair is relaxed, white people are relaxed. If your hair is nappy, they're not happy." Tavis Smiley is up next. He's got a great show on deck for you. I'm Dominique DePrima. Please hook up with me on the social medias, DePrima Radio and KBLA 1580. We've got Friedman Friday tomorrow. Actor Isaiah Washington will be in to talk about his dedication to that conversation. Until tomorrow, one love.
KBLA 1580 Santa Monica.
Thank you for joining us. I'm Mike